Good afternoon. I'm Todd Tyler, the Vice Principal at the Riel Arts and Technology Center, and I want to welcome our graduates and family members to our virtual convocation. Although we're not together today to celebrate your graduation, all the teachers and staff want you to know how proud we are of you and your accomplishments, and want to wish you the best in your future endeavors. To begin this event, I would like to introduce and welcome Mr. Sigurdsson, who will bring greetings on behalf of the Riel Board of Trustees.
So, how's 2020 been for you so far? I admit that I also would have preferred to see things go differently in the first half of the year. That said, while the pandemic has impacted us all, both in small and profound ways, I think it's also given us a gift, and that gift is time. It has given each one of us the opportunity to pause, reflect, and imagine what the world will become when COVID-19 is no longer the top story. It has also given us the chance to reconnect with the people who are important to us, and to further develop those bonds of friendship, family, and love. Your generation will now help shape what is to be our new normal through your words, your actions, and your resolve. The education you have worked so hard to achieve, and your graduation we are here to celebrate, has given you the tools to take your vision for a better world to the next level. As the builders of our collective future, I want to thank you for the important journey you're about to embark on and encourage you, especially in these uncertain times, to continue showing that you can and will rise to any challenge that comes your way. I know this event does not resemble the one you imagined only months ago, and the necessary changes to the format has been especially difficult as you seek closure and shared experience with your family and friends. While this celebration is different, your hard work, dedication, and perseverance is not. This remains a celebration of you, your achievements, and success. I know our 2020 graduates are a group of trailblazers, innovators, and creators, and I can't wait to see how you transform our world for the better. Congratulations, class of 2020.
I would now like to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Christian Michalak.
Greetings, graduating class of 2020. Unprecedented times. You've probably heard that phrase quite a bit over the last few months. You may have even said the words yourself when in-school classes were suspended and your kitchen table became your new classroom. Perhaps you thought it when your favorite restaurant was closed, when sports came to a halt, when your favorite summer festival was postponed, or when friends needed to keep 2 meters away in order to be safe. I know I've said the words many times, including when we started talking about what graduation would look like in the midst of a pandemic. But living in unprecedented times has also given us the opportunity to discover new ways of looking at our world and how we can change it for the better. I think Nelson Mandela said it best. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. As we begin to emerge from the shadow of COVID-19, I am excited about what this class of 2020 will accept as the new normal, and how the insights you've learned will influence your future choices and decisions. I know the past few months haven't been easy, so thank you all for your perseverance and resilience as we collectively navigate this new reality. I also want to acknowledge all the parents and guardians, family members and friends who have given strength to our students and have done their best to help them succeed in the final stretch. Kindness and community have also played a huge role in our ability to thrive and flourish under extraordinarily challenging circumstances. The one thing I hope you've discovered is that learning can and does happen everywhere. It precedes school and will continue long after your final formal interaction with the school. That's the beauty of learning. No matter your path, passion, or goals, it is the process to achieving them. Graduation is a unique experience, especially this year. I hope you remember these last few months as being a unique time that brought the best of you and proved to be the catalyst for positive change, wherever your dreams may take you. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Finally, the principal of the Riel Arts and Technology Center will address the graduating class of 2020. Please welcome Mr. Brian Cameron.
Good day to you parents, friends, staff, and most important, the ATC 2020 graduating class. First, I thank all of the ATC staff who have helped in getting you to this point in your scholastic journey. This includes not only your teachers, but our clerical staff, our educational assistants, our custodial staff, and the Riel School Division personnel who've worked with our student success in mind. But I also cannot forget the staff who supported students remotely from our partnership schools, which included 12 high schools from outside the Riel School Division. Without their hard work also, this would not be possible. So thus many of you are not only graduating from the Riel Arts and Technology Center, but from other high schools both within and outside the Riel School Division. Congratulations to those of you who are double graduates this year. Today, we celebrate your achievements. This year at ATC, there is 1 mature and 3 high school graduates, 209 program graduates, of which 76 so far have earned their Level 1 apprenticeship accreditation. However, it should be noted we have 20 more students who are returning to complete some course requirements, which were interrupted by the school system shutdown, which would actually bring our total up to 96 students graduating with Level 1 apprenticeship accreditation. I know that you could not have imagined this year would end like it did. A once-in-a-lifetime event fell during your last year of high school. The timing was not great for the class of 2020, and it hasn't really ended. None of us could have seen this coming. It has been challenging for most of us, to say the least, but through it all, you've been steadfast and resilient. There have been losses, but there has also been gains. We have learned a lot, and we are working our way back. We have to go about things differently, and thus we are getting to the same end in a different way. It has not been easy, and some aspects of this situation have been more of a challenge than others to deal with. This global pandemic has stretched us thin, but you have persevered, and here you are today. And during this time, there have been other significance taking place in the world which made us look deeper at who we are as people. These events are making us reflect on who we want to be as we move forward and grow. I think of 2 words that keep coming to mind for me: hope and courage. Hope is the first thing I think about as we are working through this. While I have heard many difficult stories about how the pandemic has affected people, I've also heard great stories about how people are helping each other, looking out for their neighbors more than ever, getting to know each other more. It is being said that the world is going to be different when this is all over, but it clearly is different already. And all of you are moving on after completing your certifications at ATC are going to be a big part of it. I know you not only have the skills needed, but you've grown as people. You do see the world through a different lens and are ready to be the change needed. Much more confident because you have learned to problem solve and be innovative to meet the challenges ahead. For that, I have great hope. Courage is the strength needed to meet those challenges ahead, to make and act on those difficult decisions, to change old ways of thinking. I have seen this time and time again this year from our students at ATC. I can even say there are ways you've affected me, and because of it, I look at the world differently. Over the last few weeks, there have been events which have forced us to look differently at ourselves and those around us. We need to make sure we are aware of the needs of everyone. It is easy to look the other way, but the time has come for change. Courage is needed to stand up for those who need to be protected. Courage is needed to stand in the way of injustices and support all people, not just the few. But again, I have seen that courage and strength demonstrated by our graduates at ATC and other schools. So I believe you will be the leaders our world needs. I say that because the staff of ATC has pushed, pestered, made you follow the rules, chased you for attendance, told you to put away your phones, assessed, evaluated, took in assignments, gave exams, practical work, told you to put away your phones, expected you to be at evening and weekend events, supervised you on internships, nagged you about safety equipment, had you make up time, taught you about the edge, you were volunteered and voluntold, generally stretched your limits. And of course, we told you to put away your phones. You persevered and rose to the challenges. You made it to the end. There is still much to learn for all of us, but I am confident in our future. I know you will take on the monumental tasks ahead for all of us and will be successful. Congratulations to all of you, all the best in the future, and we thank you for choosing ATC.
Congratulations to the graduates of the High School Diploma Program. For Applied Business Management, the program valedictorian is Cosette Baudouin.
The time I spent in the Applied Business Management program shaped me into the motivated and driven graduate I am today. The program taught me to be independent in a way no standard curriculum could. I'll be thankful for the opportunities and lessons as I move forward in my education and career. Mr. Kuipers and Ms. Strome's guidance was well balanced with their intent to push the class to find each of our own paths, along with urging us to find our own strengths and use them to reach our goals. It's impossible to teach individuality, but I could not think of a more supportive and encouraging environment for personal growth than this program. Every project was an opportunity to be creative and true to ourselves. The class and I thank Ms. Strome and Mr. Kuipers for these opportunities that they worked hard to provide. I understand everyone enjoyed being given the opportunity to choose which company to intern at, as it forced us all to reflect on what we wanted for ourselves. The privilege proved everyone's developed independence. I thank everyone in my class for being unique and inspiring. I know that through every project's challenges and successes, supporting each other was always a priority. The year wouldn't have been the same without such reliable peers to work and joke with. Special thanks to Mr. Magnifico and Mr. Cameron for always being supportive of our class's plans. And we can never thank Mr. Kuipers and Ms. Strome enough for making our year so special. Congratulations, class of 2020.
And now, the graduates of the Applied Business Management program. The valedictorian for the Automotive Technician program is Mr. Matt Nickel.
I want to first say a big thank you to the teachers for not only leading our class but keeping us on course, pushing us to do our best, especially when we really needed a push. As well as a big thanks to the culture at ATC and how our teachers reinforced it. We were expected to be adults and act like we were in a real world setting, just like some of us are now and will be soon. The EDGE program held us accountable to what is expected of us in the working force. To have that in our daily lives as we went to school either prepared us for the future or helped us get a really solid start. This program was a real first for me. I felt like I was accomplishing something that I was skilled at and knowledgeable in. I was able to push myself and come out of the automotive program with an excellent jump start to my career. Also, I got to make some great friendships that have lasted outside of just school, and the experience of working alongside my fellow classmates had their fair share of challenges, lessons, and most importantly, some great laughs. All in all, boys, we did it. We got through the year, had a good year, and most importantly, had some good laughs.
And now, the graduates from the Automotive Technician program. Bailey Clausen is the program valedictorian for baking and pastry.
I want to thank my fellow students for voting for me as valedictorian. I had such an incredible year, and I believe it is all because of the great teachers and students I got the opportunity to hang out with. Day one of this course, I never expected to connect with so many amazing people. I'm very proud to say that I have made friends here that I would like to keep in my life forever. When I signed up for the baking and pastry course at ATC, I was searching for some grounding, some guidance in a way to see if this is where I was meant to be. The long hours of making cinnamon buns, tempering chocolate, and creating beautiful pastries confirmed my spot in this industry. I learned all the methods necessary, including lots of bread, and I feel confident moving into this next chapter of my life. We had so many great times, doing piping skills in the afternoon with the music loud and that one song that everyone knows comes on and the kitchen begins to vibrate with life. The technical days where we all wanted to rip our hair out, the 600 cream puffs we made for the banquet, and simply sitting in the cafeteria with my beautiful friends, to name just a few. I could go on for days about all the great memories I have here at ATC, what I would do to be back in the kitchen with all my classmates again. I know our time ended abruptly and we had to adapt to a new way of learning. I want to thank Chef Trace for gracefully assisting us in this process. I believe it takes a certain individual to be a pastry chef, and I want to applaud all my classmates for standing where we are today. As P&P Flowers said, they discovered they could have their cake and eat it too. They just needed to put on their favorite apron and bake it. Thank you.
We now present the graduates from the baking and pastry program. The valedictorian for the broadcast media program is Dasha Ritsenko.
I wanted to start off by saying thank you so much for this opportunity to speak on behalf of my class as valedictorian for the broadcast media graduating class of 2020. I remember the first day of classes. No one knew each other and we all just smiled politely at one another, hoping that someone would initiate conversation. I remember Mr. P with his booming sarcasm, trying to loosen up the tension in a room full of strangers, telling us that we are his kids he never asked for. I was advised not to speak on him too much in my speech so his ego wouldn't be raised any higher. So I'll talk about Mr. Lobo instead. Mr. Lobo was a very fun teacher and a master at Photoshop, always in a battle with Mr. Cameron on who could embarrass each other more in memes they were creating against each other. Another vivid moment was how in the first few days we found out that one of our classmates did not know who Don Cherry was, and then I realized that I didn't know who he was either. I enjoyed how the year was split up into theory and hands-on work, especially how we never wrote that Chapter 6 test that Mr. P promised we would. The Connection was a show that we had where we broadcasted school events happening in the Riel School Division. But it was not only a title for a show, I would say The Connection was the way we connected. Our broadcasts were unforgettable. From forgotten batteries to using a phone to communicate with our camera guys, yelling, "Hold, hold, hold! Hold the shot! Hold the shot!" But in all sincerity, I want to thank the teachers for their patience. It's thanks to you that we're all sitting here. Thank you parents for letting us do our late night broadcasts and supporting our every step. We all put in a tremendous amount of work to walk across this stage today. I wish you all success in your futures and to truly pursue what fulfills you. Thank you to our principals and vice principal, Mr. Cameron and Mr. Tyler, for always reminding us to take our hats off. I would like to end this speech with a quote I heard from a very wise, effective, and maybe the coolest teacher I've ever met. If you can dream it, you can do it. Thank you.
Please welcome the graduates of the broadcast media program. Evan Lorenzal is the valedictorian for the Building Trade program.
Hello, my fellow graduates. We finally did it. It may not be how we wanted it to be, but we did it. I would like to congratulate my classmates from the Building Trades program for all the hard work and the tremendous number of hours we put into this program. Although we may not see each other through these tough times, this class will always be like a second family to me. I could not ask for better people to share this beautiful moment of joy with. I not only want to thank our teacher, Tim Rondo, for being the best teacher you could ask for, but the amazingly positive atmosphere that surrounds us at ATC. Thank you to all the other programs in this school for making every day a pleasant day. ATC, in my opinion, is the best school for seniors in high school who are struggling to plan their future because it has so much to offer. The teachers are incredible, and they make school fun by teaching something you are interested to learn. Carpentry let me express my passion for creativity by building apartments all day. Learning to use heavy-duty power tools and new techniques that will help me work efficiently as opposed to sitting at a desk and writing tests. I don't know about any of you, but that sounds pretty cool to me. I strongly believe that Building Trades is the best program and I am proud to have been a part of it. It is a great honor to have been chosen as valedictorian, and I would like to show my gratitude to all the teachers, all the help and support you have given us, and the events you put your personal time in to make our lives better. Lastly, I would like to thank all the parents for the drop-offs, the pickups, and all support you have given us students as you watch us grow into the people we are today. So thank you. It has been a privilege to have attended ATC, and I will cherish the time I have spent here and the opportunities that you have given us for a brighter, successful future.
We're proud to present the 2020 graduates for the Building Trade program. The valedictorian for the Culinary Arts program is Yiki Ning.
Graduation is a time of reflecting on the past and look onward to the future. I have been thinking about all the things I have learned from this program and would like to share a few things that I think are really important. Chef is always right. Say yes, chef, and do your best, because they are the ones who put a lot of effort to guide us to be a better person. On behalf of my fellow graduates, I would like to take this chance to thank our teachers. You have inspired us and make it possible for us to get here. Even when you are exhausted, smile is mandatory and insist on spectacular food. Strive for perfection. Perfection is unobtainable, but if you shoot for it, you will get there. But on the flip side, do not push yourself too hard. Everybody makes mistakes. Just learn from them and go on. Know when to have fun at work, and once you find the time to have fun, have fun. There is a famous saying, if you love what you do, you will never work a day in your life. So make work fun. And to end, my wish for all my dearest friends is that you will never work a day in your life. Congratulations.
Welcome to the graduates of the Culinary Arts program. Caden Perry is the valedictorian for the Early Childhood Educator program.
Today I am thankful to present to my fellow graduates, especially during these unpredictable times. These 2 semesters spent here in the Early Childhood Education program at ATC have truly been one of the best experiences. ATC allowed me to enter a course I was really interested in and interact with people with the same interests. Throughout the year, I've seen my class develop as a group to help prepare ourselves in passion to work with children. One memorable experience would be having the opportunity to work hands-on in 2 child care centers. This allowed me to strengthen my skills and observe each child individually, so I could help them develop to their fullest potential. I would especially like to thank Mrs. Grant for the great year. She has inspired me to continue working with children. She helped me become more confident and prepare myself for the future. She has a unique way of teaching. She always gave the opportunity to everyone in the class to share their experiences at their internships. There were lots of in-class activities to progress learning. The atmosphere was always positive in her class, and I knew I could talk to her about anything. I am happy to have made the decision to come to ATC, and I will continue to benefit from the things I've learned here. To my fellow graduates, I leave you with a famous quote: "You are off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way." Dr. Seuss.
Introducing the graduates from the Early Childhood Educator program. Tiana Ross is the valedictorian for the Electrical Trade program.
The first day of classes seems so far away now, but I remember how out of place I felt. My whole life, I was pushed towards an academic career, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. I made a choice to change my story, and I wasn't alone. We all left something behind, whether the career we thought we'd have, our friends, or our sense of belonging. We pushed ourselves from comfort with a common goal. Despite our differences, we came together over that common goal. When we all volunteered at Habitat for Humanity and the skies unleashed Armageddon, we had a challenge ahead of us. There was snow, rain, mud, bitter cold, and a lot of work to do. It wasn't easy, but we rose to the challenge and had some fun along the way. But most importantly, we helped each other rise to the occasion. We did it together. We've come so far already. We've had a great year together, but this is only the first step. As much as I'll miss the Electro Bros, we will form new teams, conquer new challenges, and make new stories. It's time to take what we've learned and pursue opportunities. We are the electricians of the future. Together, we shall strive to make the world a brighter place.
Congratulations to the graduates of the Electrical Trade program. For the aesthetics program, Caitlin Smullen is the valedictorian.
I want to thank my aesthetics class for thinking of me for valedictorian and congratulate the class of 2020. Graduating is not an easy task. It takes a lot of commitment, drive, and perseverance. I'm so proud of all of us for making it. I could not have asked for a better group of girls to share this experience with. Not only did I get to learn about a career that I'm truly passionate about, I got to do it surrounded by some of the best people I'm lucky enough to know. Between being told to look tip-top, beep-bop, and riding the bus home with whatever crazy makeup look we were learning that day, it's hard to believe that last year wasn't some crazy fever dream. ATC has taught me that school isn't a competition to be won. It's about how to communicate well with others and how to achieve a goal as a team. Lastly, I want to acknowledge the staff at the school for always looking out for their students and thinking about our future even when we couldn't always see the light at the end of the tunnel. I want to congratulate my fellow graduates and good luck to everyone.
Congratulations to the students in the aesthetics program. Ali Grimard is the valedictorian for the hairstyling program.
Good afternoon, family, friends, teachers, and graduates. We did it. I think we can all agree that getting here wasn't easy. But that's what makes today such an accomplishment. Looking back and seeing how far we've come, from our first haircuts to our latest colors. It's inspiring to see the progress we've made and to think of how much more we can make. Graduation gives us the chance to look back at our time at ETC. Each of us had different experiences here. Some of my favorite memories will always be talking with clients, guest speakers, photo shoots, and class hair days. But I will remember the challenges too. Tests, homework, and long clients that kept us through lunch. Today is also about remembering the people who helped us get here. Mornings with Miss Lucas, Miss S's thorough demonstrations, field trips with Miss Price, Miss G's Kahoot studying sessions, and being a part of Miss Cook's last class before retirement. And of course, we can't forget Mr. Cameron and Mr. Tyler, who would always greet you at the door in the morning and give you the stink eye if you walked in right as the buzzer went off holding a Tim's coffee cup. As the saying goes, when one door closes, another opens. Where that open door takes us is our decision. Even if we don't follow the path we're on now, and we completely change course. I wish each and every one of you a future filled with all the happiness and success your hearts and hands can hold. Congratulations, now go get it.
And now presenting the graduates from the hairstyling program. Andre Alvarez is the valedictorian for the Information Systems program.
Family, faculty, friends, and fellow classmates, I want to thank and welcome everyone watching this today. This might not be a conventional way to give a graduation speech. However, throughout the Information Systems program, Mr. C taught all of us how to adapt, improvise, and overcome. So I knew I could not give a conventional speech. There was one thing I could not stop thinking about while I was writing this speech, and that's the fact that most of us are going to be wearing our pajamas while watching this. Which made me think how useful and important technology is nowadays. And even more, it can even make us feel a bit closer. So this time at home really made me appreciate what I learned. I want to thank Mr. C for teaching us all the theory and the hands-on work, but more importantly, that he took the time to get to know us, to laugh with us, and more importantly, to teach us values, something that we'll use for the rest of our lives. I want to thank my fellow classmates as well. It was great to get to know you and to call you friends. I'll cherish the time we spent in that class together. Finally, to my parents that are watching this from afar, thank you for all the love, all the support. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Congratulations to all the graduates. Stay home and stay safe.
Please welcome the graduates from the Information Systems program. For the new media design program, the valedictorian is Alec Bonato.
My fellow ATC and new media design students, today we gather digitally to celebrate the culmination of the past few semesters worth of work, experiences, learning, and challenges. In that time, we've all grown quite a lot with the skills we dreamed of acquiring and honing. And with our minds ready to delve into the professional world, with experience already under our belt, we forged new friendships, bonds, connections, and are ready to move on to whatever the future holds for each one of us. Whether it's advancing your education, diving into a career, or trying out different avenues to find out what's best for yourself, I wish you the best of luck going forward. The year in the new media design class was extremely memorable and important for me. Together, we learned about more coding language than I ever thought I could learn, used the tools of professionals that I dreamed of utilizing, and made a lot of awesome looking designs, from logos to animated ads, sketches, games, portfolios, and of course, websites, where we had a taste of genuine work experience in a setting that encouraged learning and adapting, and truly getting the edge. Through all the debugging, horrifying Photoshop creations, and prank automated emails, we shared a lot of laughs and good memories. I want to thank my classmates, as well as the school staff, for providing an excellent learning space that encourages practical application of abilities and experimentation. Without them, none of this would be possible. Thank you for your time, and best of luck in your future endeavors.
Congratulations to the graduates of the new media design program. In plumbing trades, the valedictorian this year is Nicole Hallett.
Hello family, friends, and fellow graduates. Well, we did it. We officially completed our first step into the plumbing trades. This program has opened up a great career opportunity for each and every one of us, not to mention the bonus of being able to eventually make good money. I hope everyone feels as thankful as me for all the knowledge gained and skills learned during our time at ATC. On behalf of my classmates, I would like to thank ATC, but most importantly would like to thank Mr. T for teaching us and helping prepare us for our next steps in life. And not just lessons related to plumbing, but life lessons too, like being on time, being prepared to work. Oh, and did I mention being on time? I wish the best of luck to my fellow graduates. May you all follow your path wherever it may lead. Just remember that the road to success is always under construction, so make sure to leave early to get there on time. Right, Mr. T? Thank you and good luck.
Congratulations to the graduates of the Plumbing Trade Program. And now, the presentation of our awards. The Wayne Coots Memorial Scholarships. These two awards are presented to a student or students who are continuing their post-secondary education with a focus on motor vehicle mechanics. They must have maintained a 70% average. This year's winners of the awards are Matt Nickel and Waylon Kintop. The MLA for St. Boniface Scholarship Award is available to a graduating student who resides within the provincial constituency of St. Boniface and has demonstrated a commitment to his or her school and/or community through volunteer activity. This year, the scholarship is awarded to Victoria Budney. The Dan Vandal Youth Initiative Award is for a student who has demonstrated outstanding leadership in volunteering with nonprofit organizations or at the school. This year's award is presented to Cosette Baudouin in the Applied Business Management Program. The Audrey Gordon MLA for Southdale Overcomer Award is presented to a student who possesses a positive attitude, who has overcome adversity, and who volunteers. This year, the award is presented to Nathan Purdy of the Culinary Arts Program. The Matt Allard City Council for St. Boniface Scholarship is awarded to a student who has volunteered in their community. It is presented to Jacqueline Fiola of the Early Childhood Program. The Retired Teachers and Support Staff of St. Vital, St. Boniface, and Norwood Award is an award that is presented to a student who is going on to post-secondary education. The student must have shown academic success and volunteered in their school or community. This award is given in all 8 of the Louis Riel high schools. This year, we present it to Zoline Bonnet from Broadcast Media. The Louis Riel Teachers Association Award is presented to a graduating student who has a 75% or higher average in their program and who is going on to further their education. This year, we're proud to present the award to Caitlin Smullen in the Aesthetics program. The Louis Riel School Division Educational Assistant CUPE 3473 Award is presented to a student who has shown exemplary character and who has overcome adversity to successfully complete their program. This award goes to Liam Temple Bertrand in the New Media Design program. The Vocational Teachers Association Award of Merit is presented to a high school graduating student who has shown high achievement in their program and who has shown sound trade employability skills. This year's recipient is in the Information Systems program and it's Noah Reeder. Congratulations. The Arts and Technology Center Citizenship Award is presented to a student who is graduating from a program and who has demonstrated leadership qualities and outstanding school spirit at ATC. We present the award to Zoe McLean of the Early Childhood Educator program. The Arts and Technology Student Achievement Award is presented to a student who is successfully graduating from a program and who has overcome adversity during their studies. We're pleased to present this award to Evan James in Broadcast Media. Red River College Partnership in Education Scholarship Award is given to a student who will be pursuing further education at Red River College. It's presented to Tessa Prince in the New Media Design program. The Riel Elevate Scholarship is given to a Louis Riel School Division graduating student who's achieved good marks. They must be pursuing post-secondary education in an academic or vocational field. Today, the award is presented to Caden Perry from the Early Childhood Educator program. On behalf of the teachers and staff at ATC, we'd like to congratulate all our grads, and we wish you the best as you move forward in your careers or on to further education. We want to wish and hope that you and your families take care and stay well.